it's way off. So with compression showing questionable, we are going to move on to valve clearance and just inspection. But keep in mind, this thing could have a compression release, but even due to its age, I want to verify the valve clearance and condition, and just to make sure everything kind of looks okay inside the engine. I've seen these things where guys don't know what kind of oil to run, and they basically will just go to sludge. And so I want to look inside this thing anyways. Even though the engine oil, I will admit I checked, and we're going to move on to that later, but it did look okay. So we're going to move on to valve inspection and valve clearance here. We're going to start by removing the valve caps, and like I said, with compression showing questionable, we're going to move on and set these things and set the valves to factory spec and clearance, or clearance, whichever you want to use, to make sure the top end is breathing right and is ready for ignition testing. Basically, if you don't have a solid bottom end, you aren't going to have a good top end. So, or you can have all the spark in the world, it's not going to run. I'm going to show you two ways on how to check valve clearance here. You can see I showed the intake valve there. The first way is to make sure the valve is compressed down. You can see where I just showed the intake valve was down. If you've ever looked at a camshaft before, and even if you haven't, that's okay. But the way it's designed, basically, if one valve is down, the other one has to be fully closed. If both valves are open, it's pretty easy to tell, but if you notice one valve is closed and the other one is open basically, or compressed down with the rocker arm, you know the other one's fully closed. The other recommended way is to make sure the piston is at TDC, or top dead center, but basically I am wiggling the rocker arms with my fingertips, and I'm going to set these to actual proper spec here, which you can see I put the clearance in the screen there, but I've manually felt enough of these to where the exhaust was feeling questionable to me, and that's why I actually used a gauge.